Okay, second day, and we've got the collar on the spindle there, and what we're doing now is making a faceplate. This faceplate is actually going to bolt to the front of the mill. It'll have another piece of metal attached to it, which I'll show you in a few minutes. But right now what we're doing is I'm milling it. You can see it there in the vise. I've already milled this side here that's in the vise. I just completed this one. I'll go ahead and mill one more, which will be the one on the end here. And then I'll turn the camera off and do the last one. Then I'll come back and we'll go ahead and mark and drill the holes. So let me back up just a little bit so we can see what's going on. That ought to do. So I'm going to release it from the vise. Now in this vise, to raise the work, since it's only 1/4 inch, I have these clamping blocks of the kit that you buy, the cheap set, and I have them actually in the vise to raise the work, give it something nice and steady to sit on, so that I can control the height. Now what I'm going to do, since I already have this spread apart, is I'm going to mount it with this finished side flush, and then the unfinished side, or end rather, will be a little bit off. And that way, when I mill it, this side will be square to this side and this side, which have already been milled. So nice and snug. And we're going to roll this back over to the bit. Let me turn the camera around here. Alright. And I'm going to come back out to the workpiece and look for the high spot. Zero my dial. And then this first cut will be a 15 thousandths cut. And that'll give me a relatively smooth edge and knock down the high spots. Then we'll come back and finish the work. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me try my zoom function. You can. But if you take a look, there's a scribed line right here where I scribed into the black Sharpie. And I'm going to work down to that line so that I'll have a block that is 2.5 inches wide and 3 inches long. That's just an arbitrary number that I chose, basically because it's the material that I have and it fits. And I'll show you where it goes in just a few moments here. So we got a 15 thousandth cut. Turn the mill on. Knock down the high spots. Okay, a little bit different view. This is the same piece where we're just cutting. I'm going to go in for the final cut. I'm going to go ahead and just take 5/1000 off for this one just to clean it up a little bit. That'll put us close enough to the line. So let's get this over here and find the high spot, mark it, and that's going to be our 0. First cut, we'll go ahead and take down 15 thousandths. That's probably not going to cut. We'll find out how far we do take it. Missing a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and take one more final cut. I'll zoom in. Turn the camera just a little bit here. And we'll make that final cut. Last cut is 5/1000 to clean it up. Now this piece, I'm going to zoom out here. This piece that I'm working on is actually going to go up here. Let me take it out of the vise right quick. Wipe it off some. This piece right here will go over these 2 holes. I'm going to tap and countersink for 2 screws to go in here. This piece will go here. It's for the digital sender. That'll mount to another piece that'll come out here. This is the 1340 that I purchased last year. It hasn't given me much trouble. I made a lot of adjustments on it here and there when I got it. I figured I'd have to. But anyway, when I was reviewing and creating this video, this is part 2 of 2 for the digital readout on the milling head. I realized that I'd left out some of the drilling and counter boring or whatever, and I apologize for not doing that. I'm just now getting better at videoing my projects, so hopefully with the next project you can see it from the beginning through the end instead of me jumping around the way I did on this one. This is I did get the DRO finished and mounted, as I mentioned earlier, and we'll go back and look at it one more time real quick. There are other projects that I want to make. If you'll take a look at the handles on the drill handle there's 3. I would like to replace those 3 with brass knobs or stainless steel knobs. I recently created a radius turner for the lathe, so I'll attempt to use that. And I have on the tailstock, there's 2 more knobs. So I'll work on those. I'll try to videotape at least one throughout the entire project. This project is complete. I'll close it up with this video here again. This is the digital readout. That's the actual face right there. It's really accurate, which for me is good because I need all the help I can get here. So when you lower the quill, it'll give you nice clean readouts. It'll do it in inches, metric, or it'll do it in fractions, and you can zero it wherever you want to in a project. I still haven't, I need to figure out what the INC is, so, but I'll play with that and read the instructions. This is also magnetic if you're looking at buying one. The nice thing is you can put it wherever you want. It's got 4 little magnets on the back. It also comes with a plastic adapter that snaps in these 2 holes, or you can put 2 screws in the wall and just hang it on the wall. So anyway, it'll go there for now. That's its home. I move it over to the side. I got the cable in a zip tie. I have on the quill, I drilled that, it's a little over a 3-inch hole for the quill. Slid it, countersunk a screw, Allen head screw, to pinch it together. It holds nice and tight. The next project I want to do will be a drill stop. I'll come to that later. This little mounting bracket here came with the DRO. There's another one on the top, and all I did was screw it into the face of this piece of aluminum here that mounts to the quill. I created this block in the video. Let me go to the other side right quick, and I actually done both of these blocks in the video here. And then this is the one that I said I was going to countersink in the video, and instead I did a slot so I could move it up and down some, and I'm really happy that I did that. And then let me open this up. This little black bracket here came with the DRO. The screws came with the DRO, and all I did, if you'll notice, they're slotted so you can move this in and out so that it'll run straight up and down when the quill moves. And I just mounted it to the block there. So that's the end of this project. I'll go ahead and start another one and try to videotape the whole thing. If you have any questions, please post them. I'll try to answer them if I can in future videos.